What is up, Nerd Nation? It's your boy Hunter here from Film Nerd TV, and tonight we are doing episode 6 of Nerd News. I am joined here by my co-host, as always, Chance Ellison. How's it going, bro?
What's up, Nerd Nation? We got some. It's my favorite day for news stories on this show.
Oh yes, there are tons. There are tons. You guys know how this works. We discuss the latest in the nerdy world topics from Star Wars, Marvel, the hectic DCEU world, and more.
Oh yeah.
Chance, why don't you start with our first news story of the day?
All right. Well, this is the most recent story we have. Might direct a Star Trek movie. This literally dropped before we started recording. I'm trying to find the exact story, but it's apparently some kind of deal, some kind of story deal he had with what's studios behind Star Trek? I can't remember.
Paramount.
Paramount. Yeah, apparently he has some. He had an idea, and he's developing a movie with J.J. Abrams, which apparently Tarantino's a big Star Trek fan. I never knew this, and which could lead to him directing this. So, Hunter, what do you think of Tarantino possibly directing a Star Trek movie?
All right, so I'm gonna pan up for a second, so you guys can see my newest poster. I'm a huge Tarantino fan. So this news article caught my attention immediately because one, like I was a little off put by it for a little bit because I was like, that doesn't seem like something that Tarantino would direct because he likes to have control of his own movies, like to finance his own movies and stuff like that. But with Star Trek, that Paramount's going to be like down his fucking throat, making sure that he doesn't screw up anything. So I'm cautious, but Tarantino's also a very great director that I feel like his style could work well, especially his quippy dialogue could work so well with the Star Trek universe.
No, exactly. And yeah, apparently he had a pitch, and J.J. Abrams loved it so much that built there as of right now, assembling a writer's room to flesh this idea out. And if all goes well, he might direct it. Which this would be. I had to make sure the story was real because this sounds absolutely insane. But you know what? I would want to see Tarantino's Star Trek. My question is, who's Samuel L. Jackson going to play? Is he going to be a Klingon? Is he going to be the Captain of the Enterprise? Is he going to... Oh, you bring him back as Picard, who is now a black guy.
Yes! It would actually work in the Star Trek universe because of the whole reboot continuity.
No, exactly. Like, if you can bring back Carol Marcus if you can bring back Peter Weller as Major Marcus, and you can bring back Carol Marcus as not Kirk's baby mama, why couldn't you have Jean-Luc Picard be a black guy? Which for other people watching saying, hey, he's supposed to be French. Yeah, he is. How do you explain Patrick Stewart, who was clearly not French?
Yep. I can just imagine it right now, like Sam Jackson walking on. The fuck is this bullshit, motherfucker?
I have had it with these motherfucking Klingons on this motherfucking Enterprise. God, that's amazing.
We're off the rails already. We just started. This news it's something I would not expect. I'll tell you that right now. I would never expect a Tarantino Star Trek movie. But I'm kind of intrigued.
Yeah, he's never done anything super fantastical like this. He's always done, like, for the most part, grounded original storytelling. But if he has an idea that he's excited about, let him run with it. Let him do what he wants.
My only caution, and I go back to it, is Tarantino is a free spirit director. That's right. You can tell in the movies he makes. My problem is with a franchise as huge as Star Trek is, I'm afraid that the studios are going to hold shackles on him and really, mess up with the editing or, make him change the script or, like we'll get very much, like the studio will be very much involved in this movie and we won't really see that Tarantino flavor that I've loved in most of his movies.
Yeah, no, totally. But I to counter that point, I think Tarantino is one of those directors who is really above studio interference. I think you look at people who can make a movie without studio meddling. Yeah, Christopher Nolan, you got Scorsese, you got Spielberg, Tarantino. I feel like they understand he's also one of those few directors who can also sell a film. So I think if he wanted to make a Star Trek movie, I feel like they'd be like, okay, run with it. Small set of rules, but they'd be like, for the most part, they'd be like, okay, you do you.
Difference is, Tarantino has never done a big franchise movie like this.
Right.
So he's pretty much a first-time director in the big franchise movies, and that's what I'm afraid Paramount's going to treat him like.
No, yeah. Well, we'll have to see how it pans out. But as far as Tarantino Star Trek, I'd be excited for it.
Yeah, I am too.
All right. So moving on, next story. So the He-Man and the Master of the Universe movie has been going on in development for a while. They originally had a director. McGee was supposed to direct it, which I and a lot of other people thought it was a mistake. He's quit the project for I'm not sure why, but he quit the project. Now they are in talks with David S. Goyer, who is the writer behind the Batman Begins deal, and he actually I believe his directorial debut was Blade Trinity. So what do you think about a He-Man movie directed by David S. Goyer?
Well, I'm too young to have grown up with the original cartoon of He-Man, and I don't know that much about the mythology and the character, but from what I've heard and what I know a little bit about the character, this could be a very good franchise. Like, this could be like a Lord of the Rings epic war movie, which is what I think a lot of people want to see, especially people who are fans of, the He-Man franchise and all that stuff. David S. Goyer, great writer. I'm not sure if he's directed anything yet, has he?
He did direct Blade Trinity.
Oh.
I'm not sure if he's directed anything else.
Okay.
Why you keep talking?
Blade Trinity. He's a good writer, so let's think of that.
Is there anything Blade Trinity? He's a good writer.
Yeah. Blade Trinity was not his strong suit, but if he can knock this out of the park. And the thing about Blade Trinity is, it was not a good movie, but the world that they built was so cool. Like the Daywalkers and Blade itself and the world that they surrounded. So if he could take the elements of the Blade Trinity world, I'm not saying the actual the Blade world, even though that would be an interesting crossover. Blade and He-Man, but
right.
he takes his the world that he can build and take that and put it into a He-Man movie. I feel like it could work. It's just you have to make the script work first.
Exactly. I'm not sure they have writing on this, but right now, other movies he's directed: Zigzag, The Invisible, and The Unborn, which came out in 2009.
I have not heard of any of those movies.
I've heard of The Unborn. It's honestly not worth it. Actually, Gary Oldman did that movie. It's really interesting. But so David he has not directed movies since 2009. Talks to direct Green Lantern Corps for DC, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
As far as him as a director, he's not proved. I don't think he's proved himself by my account, but I do think that he can be a good writer. Maybe he'll be writing the script. I don't know, but as far as him directing it, I'm a little iffy. I think I want to get someone more proven, more more tuned to this world. or maybe I don't know. Maybe he has an idea. Maybe he's a big He-Man fan. Who knows? I did grow up watching He-Man, not because I was in the '80s, but because I VHS tapes and stuff like that. He-Man is one of those cartoons where like it's amazing. It's amazing. It's like 85% amazing and 15% terrible. It has grounds for a really good live action movie. Right? It could. You're right. It could be like Lord of the Rings. It's fantasy meets sci-fi at its most basic level, and I want this to be good. If they think I don't think David S. Goyer is the right guy. Not David Ayer, but
David Ayer?
If David S. Goyer has an idea and he's really passionate about the subject, I say let him do it. If not, give it to someone else.
Which is a very intriguing question. Who would you have directed?
Ooh, that's a good pick. I think Guillermo del Toro has the right sensibilities for this. Maybe a Peter Jackson.
I wouldn't do Peter Jackson probably because I think he would try to put a little bit too much Lord of the Rings spin on it. But Del Toro,
maybe,
yeah, especially with what he did with Hellboy and like just like the effects that he used and like just the scenery and everything. I feel like it'd be a very weird take, but this is He-Man, so I think it would work. Very good choice there.
Maybe a Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Thing
is, I've always seen Sam Raimi as like a horror director. But I mean, I guess you could.
Well, he did Spider-Man. He did Spider-Man.
True, but like I know him more as a horror director.
Right.
For the evil theories and stuff like that.
I think there are a bunch of people who could do this, but yeah, if he had to ask me to pick anybody, I'd say Del Toro.
Yeah, I would agree with you too. All right, so let's go on to our next news story.
In a piece of news that makes you scratch your head. Apparently, there's a film in the works that's supposed to be an origin story for Velma and Daphne. Yes, the Scooby-Doo characters. And they actually have a story. The story of this movie is Velma and Daphne are students at the same school and start to investigate when the top kids in the class go missing and come back as reanimated zombie-like creatures. I see you shaking your head. So what do you think of this story, Hunter?
Why didn't we learn anything from the first two Scooby-Doo live-action movies that were horrendous?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Apparently not.
One question: why Velma and Daphne?
I don't know. The production company is behind. It's funny. The production company behind this. It's something like film, like Legally Blondes or something like that. The owner of this company, the founder of this company, are Jennifer and Ashley Tisdale. Who Ashley Tisdale, you may recognize her from High School Musical and Candace from Phineas and Ferb. Yes. And yeah, I think you hit it on the head. It's just why.
I mean, come on. Velma, I like the characters when they're side characters. They work so well as side characters. They are not main characters. The main character is Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
I would love to be in the room when this was pitched, just like, hey, okay, we want to do a Scooby-Doo movie, but get this.
Scooby, no Shaggy.
No Scooby-Doo. Oh, you want to do so just the Mystery Gang? Yeah. Minus the guys.
Just two. And they have to be females.
So, Velma and Daphne. Yeah.
Got it.
Go picture. But yeah, it's just why I don't know anybody who wants this. I don't know anybody who asked for this. Oh, well, apparently there are fans because another story came out today that they want them to be gay in this film. Which is just like so much. It's just so much news that it makes you rub your head and say, why? Why is this happening?
You can see he's looking right at me. I have my hand right here on my head because I'm so confused.
Yeah, no, literally Hunter's face just this. And yeah, when I read the story, it was the same thing. I'm just gonna leave that story just.
hold on. I don't mind you making Liberty's two characters,
Right.
but this is going a little too far.
And
Daphne was always into Fred. She was the popular girl. That was her character.
if you don't make Velma gay, that's fine. People theorized about that for years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's canon.
Yeah, that's canon. But not taking the Daphne character that we grew up with, like I grew up with in the cartoons and whatever. She was always like the stuck-up, rich type, snobby girl who was all into Fred. Like that was her story. There was nothing else but that.
Yeah. I want to know who these Velma and Daphne fanfic fans are. I want to meet them. I want to talk to these people. It's just like, do you want this?
What makes you tick?
Yeah, like I want to know. I want to know about you. Velma, I understand because I think we've since like the '70s, whenever this cartoon premiered, we've all known Velma played for the other team. I mean, it's a given. But as far as let's leave the story. As far as this news, just why? That's their biggest question. Why?
Watch.
All right.
Watch. It comes out. It's actually really good.
I'd be shocked.
I would
All right.
be
Question two. All right. Question two. Not question two. Our next story.
Question two.
I thought I was hosting for a second. Our next story. The Hellboy reboot actually has a release date. Can you hear me?
A second.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll keep talking. The Hellboy reboot, which of course will star David Harbour, is set to arrive in January 11th, 2019. Which I think, look, I know I had the rant about moving big blockbusters to January, but this I kind of understand why. You got Hellboy, which bombed twice. You have Hellboy and Hellboy 2, which were both amazing films that nobody saw. It's you gotta understand the studio's looking at it as a risk. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. The dude is jacked with a capital jacked. But yeah, as far as this movie, I think putting it in January is a good move. You don't have a lot of competition, and also you don't have a lot of competition. Also, there are movies that done well in January. I mean, you had Split this year, Get Out, which February, but still around that time zone. I think this is a smart move for a Hellboy reboot, which people are looking forward to, but you may not get a ton of fans. It breeds ground for for worrisome, which I think January is a good place to put this.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm gonna be frank right now. I have not seen either of the Hellboy movies.
Shut up.
I haven't.
Wow.
I want to go back and watch them because I keep hearing great things about them. With all the goddamn movies we have to watch, some slip by.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
January is a very unique choice because usually us movie nerds see this as the dumping grounds, the shit piles. But if you really look at it, like Deadpool came out in February.
Right.
Split
this year. Split also came
out in March, I believe.
Split went wide in January.
Yep. As you said, Get Out came out February?
February.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not uncommon for movies really good movies that come out in January and February. My worry is this is almost like a big blockbuster type movie. I mean, it's a superhero movie. It's with a character that everyone loved from the movies, and you have all the confidence coming back. Plus, you have David Harbour, who, is Hopper from Stranger Things, so that's another buzz coming in. I'm worried that this release date is going to scare off some people.
Well, I think you brought the point. Like, if you make a good movie, people will turn out. Like, I think Split opened to upwards of like $80 million, and I had a January release because it was a good movie. people like, okay, I'll give it a chance. And as far as this Hellboy goes, I know people are skeptical about this reboot.
But thing is, like, Split and Get Out.
Yeah.
Sorry. But with Split and Get Out, those were very small, like, indie-type horror movies.
Right.
Split,
neither had a super huge budget.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at Split, this was also when Shyamalan was, like, people didn't want to go see Shyamalan movies anymore.
Right. And they forgave him for this.
Huh?
And they forgave him.
It's
good.
Yeah, this and The Visit. But I feel like with Hellboy, like, people didn't know what was going on with Split. They didn't know what Get Out was. People know who Hellboy is.
That's right.
It's more pop culture. It's more, when I say Hellboy, people know exactly what I'm talking about. Ron Perlman, the movies. Pushing it in January, I'm a little skeptical because I believe this is the first, like, big budget superhero movie that's coming out in January, if I'm not mistaken.
It's possible. I think to this scale, I think it's the first big one to come out in January.
So I mean, I'm hoping it's good. I love David Harbour, and he looks awesome as Hellboy, as we saw in that photo a little while ago. The Hellboy character, from what I've seen of him, is like this, badass, smart-ass character. So, I'm excited for it.
No, yeah, and as far I'm really looking forward to this. It looks like they're taking a very different take with Hellboy. Like Abe Sapien's not in this movie. It's gonna be like I think it's gonna be the Rise of the Blood Queen storyline. The guy that got to direct, he's done a lot of TV episodes that I really liked. He's worked on Game of Thrones. He worked on Hannibal. He's working on Lost in Space for Netflix. I think this movie's in good shape. And I think January is although it screams no confidence by the studio, I think it's them trying kind of hedging their bets. So I think that's a good thing.
All right, so let's go on to our next news story.
All right, now move on to some DC news. A trailer that actually you just saw, and I watched your reaction to it. It's the trailer for, yes, this is a real thing.
Hold on a minute. Go ahead and say the name of it.
It's called Bat Ninja. Yes, people, you heard that right. Ninja. What this essentially is, it is a Japanese, it's pretty much like, hey, what if Batman was in Japan? And for obvious reasons, that actually sounds pretty cool. It was greenlit, and yeah, Batman Ninja.
Look at that!
Set to release.
Look at that! Yeah. That is badass.
It does look pretty cool. So, as of right now, it's set to be released in 2018. What do you like? Yeah, so give me your thoughts on Bat Ninja.
Oh my god, dude. I am a huge anime fan. If you guys know, on this channel, we have 3 episodes of Let's Talk Anime with my boy RJ. And we geek out so hard on anime, and I love Batman as Red Hood, baby, right here. Love the Batman stories, love everything Batman, love the comics, love the movies. So you're taking 2 things I love and putting them in one. It looks amazing, dude. From like the art style that is like so, it looks different than some animes you see on TV. It looks more like a stop motion, like animation anime hybrid mix that I thought it was I thought it looked so incredible. And the story you can kind of understand is Batman vs. Joker. That's it. You see different villains, like you've seen Harley, you've seen Robin take on Deathstroke at one point, or was that Deadshot?
It was Deathstroke.
It was Deathstroke, yep. You saw Killer Croc at one point, so it's just Batman versus rogues, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, other villains confirmed for this are the Penguin, the Red Hood, Nightwing, Gorilla Grodd, Two-Face,
Yep.
Clayface, Poison Ivy. I'm like opposite camp. I'm not a big fan of anime. I think it's dumb. But this looks freaking cool. I think it looks artistic as fuck. This looks artistic as fuck. This looks really cool. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing it. I don't dislike all anime. It's just most of them. I think most of them are really really dumb.
Look up Death Note.
People tell me. No, I'll check it out at some point.
They have like all 3 seasons on Netflix right now.
Okay, I'll start watching when we're done with this. But
you better.
Sidetrack real quick. College, my buddies in college, and like we went to eat sushi, and then we went back to our dorms, and then we watched a few episodes of this one called Mob Psycho 100.
Mm-hmm. I
just came in. I can't remember what episode it was, but the whole time I was watching, my reaction was, "What's happening?"
Anime has that effect on most people.
That's most animes for me. I'm just like, what is happening?
Oh God!
You gotta explain.
But like, I love the fact that they're going to traditional anime, which is subtitles. Like the trailers all in subtitles.
So it's gonna have Japanese actors. It's made by a Japanese film studio. Mm-hmm. They're going all in on this, and I think it looks really cool, and I can't wait to see it.
Now, is that going to be a theater release, or is it going to be like straight to Blu-ray, or?
It's straight to Blu-ray, but they might do what they did with like Killing Joke or Return of the K Crusaders or Batman and Harley Quinn, where they put it in theaters for like a day or two.
If it's in theaters, I will be there. Let's just say that.
I'll check it out too. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Last time I checked out an animated Batman movie in theaters, it was The Killing Joke, and that was bad. That was really bad.
I liked like the 45 minutes of the Killing Joke.
Yeah, okay. Everything after Batgirl, Sex in the City, I actually liked.
Batgirl, Sex in the City.
All right, let's move on to our next story. I think you have a picture queued up. They just released the first image for the Titans TV show, which is going to be, of course, on the new DC streaming service. This one being of Robin, who will be played by Brendan Thwaites. They recognize him from such cinematic gems as Pirates 5 and The Giver.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But the photo looks awesome.
The photo does look cool. He looks like Robin. It reminds me of very much the Arkham video games, which I'm a big fan of. I played all 3 of them. There are only 3. Screw you, Arkham Origins.
I agree. There's only 3.
Yeah. This looks cool. He looks like Robin. Although he's confirmed for Nightwing on the show, so I'm really curious to see what his Nightwing gear looks like. Super zoom in, super close up of his shoulder.
That shoulder, though.
That shoulder. Go back to the shoulder.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. There you go. There's that shoulder.
Look at that detail. This suit. I mean, you look at something like. I mean, streaming shows traditionally have more money. I mean, you look at something like Netflix. Like what they did with Daredevil. That suit looks really cool, and it doesn't look like a TV suit per se. And then you cut to something like cable network, like it looks like kind of something like cable, like base, like network TV, like something like Inhumans, where it looks like they were all doing cosplay. Bad. This actually looks cool. It looks like real. He doesn't look like a character. He looks like a character, but he doesn't look like a character in a show.
Yeah, like I like how the suit. It actually looks like it's forming to his body. Like
yeah, totally.
It looks like it's made for the actor's body. It's not like a big robot suit or like. It looks like Robin. And like with the staff right here.
He looks like Robin. He looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
About the show, but that picture looks cool.
Oh God. Admit it. Oh God. There we go. All but right. Yeah, like the suit, I think looks incredible. Especially with people treating Robin kind of like they treated Aquaman for a little bit. Where it's like,
Right.
oh, he's just the kid's sidekick, you know. But no. Robin's badass, and Nightwing is even more badass.
Robin can throw down if he needs to, and this picture looks like he can.
Oh
now,
yeah.
I might change my mind when I actually see it in motion, but as of right now, this looks cool.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so we have kissed DC's ass for now. At least negative from my perspective. All right, so story has to do with everybody's favorite, everybody's favorite crazy Harley Quinn. Mark Boric himself. No, I'm kidding. So the story came out, and this is the exact quote from Margot Robbie. I am working on a separate film for Harley. So let me remind you, it's confirmed. The Harley Quinn Joker movie is confirmed. Suicide Squad 2, which will include Harley Quinn, is also confirmed unless that falls apart. And now, apparently, Harley is getting her very own movie. Keep count. That is 4 films with Harley Quinn in development as a lead. This is stupid. There's no other way around this. This is a garbage. Okay, now keep this in mind. Now we're moving a Batman movie. We haven't gotten that yet. No progress on that. Flash, like zero to no progress on that. Harley Quinn, 4 pictures. This Harley Quinn is not a main character. She's not. She is a supporting character. That's where she works. That's where she functions. That's why people like her best. You do this, people are gonna get sick of Harley Quinn really fast. As much as we love Margot Robbie, the gag is gonna wear out. The gag is gonna wear out soon if you do this. I think this is really dumb. All right, Hunter. I got my little rant out of the way. So, what do you got to say, Hunter?
Well, thing about it is, these are just rumors movies. Like they have not. Like these are just like rumored movies. Like they have not announced.
No, this is not. This is not a rumor. This is not a rumor. She's doing this. Like this is straight from her.
It's something that she wants to do, but it's up to the studios if they're going to go this way. I believe Birds of Prey is done. I have not heard anything about that in a while.
Gotham City Sirens. Gotham City Sirens.
Or Sirens. I'm sorry. I feel like that's off the table.
I don't think so. They got a director. They got a screenwriter. They got people on board for that one.
Huh?
They got a director and screenwriter for Gotham City Sirens. I think that one's going to happen.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, we'll find out, but
right.
I doubt that they'll do 4 Harley Quinn movies. Because
no, go ahead.
Because, like you said, people are gonna get tired of seeing her after a while. I think she was one of the most she was one of the redeeming qualities of Suicide Squad.
I mean, although was she though? I think it's really looking for bright spots. I rewatched Suicide Squad recently. I was a little hammered, but even then I could pick up on the movie. She wasn't very good. I mean, she was good. She wasn't great. She wasn't amazing. Like her accent drops. Her accent drops every now and then. Like she's essentially just playing crazy girl. Like it's.
But that's who Harley is.
I get what Harley is. Yeah, I get it, but like. I even stretch to the point like why this shouldn't happen. Like she's not a character who can hold her own movie.
I mean, I agree with that, but I mean, if anything, I would much rather see the Sirens movie because then you at least get her with Catwoman and Poison Ivy together.
Like I've said this multiple times on this show. Villain movies are dumb ideas. I don't know why you give villains their own movie. No, it's a bad idea because they never end up being the real bad guy. There's always someone worse.
I mean,
but,
I think they could work. Like villain movies can work if done correctly. If anything, like you could make them work if you really care about the characters that you go into with. So if you work a lot on the script and make the audience care about these villains and the situation that they're in, it can work. It all comes down to the script, the writing, and the actress or actor's portrayal of that character.
Yeah, Venom might change my mind, but as of right now, I think villain movies they're dumb ideas. Okay, but I want to pose a question to you. Out of the 4 Harley Quinn movies in development, what would you most rather see? And what would you least rather see?
Okay, so we have we have the Sirens, we have the Sail on Harley, we have Joker vs. Harley, and we have Suicide Squad 2, right?
Suicide Squad 2. Yeah.
If anything, like the one I would want to see the most is probably the Harley and Joker movie.
Really?
Out of the 4 that we have, yeah, because I feel like I know the story of these characters, and you could pull some things from the comics that really work. Like, maybe you show the origin of Harley and Joker. You show them in Arkham. You show Joker really messing with Harley's mind, and then you go into the after effects. Maybe you go into.
They already did that though in Suicide Squad in flashbacks. It was bad.
I mean, it was a flashback scene. I'm talking about you dedicate like the first.
That was like a quarter of the movie.
Not really.
I think that's all you need. What else could you show they haven't already showed us?
What I'm saying is, if you take Suicide Squad out of your mind, this will probably be just a standalone movie, so it won't connect to the DCEU at all. Because they already said that they're going back to more standalone movies anyway. Yeah. So you can show the origin of, Joker messing with Harley's mind. You could show the abusive stories of him, like, throwing her out a window or using her as props. Like, you can really dive deep into how psychotic the Joker really is and how this is not a great relationship to have.
Okay. What would you least rather see out of these 4?
Huh?
What would you least rather see out of these 4?
Probably the standalone Harley movie.
Really?
Because like you said, I don't think Harley Quinn's a big enough character. I mean, she's definitely big enough. I don't think she's
big enough.
Requires her own movie. She's a good secondary character, and she's a good team character.
Right.
Which is why I think her and Joker movie would work better, because then you can dive deep into more of the psychological stuff between the Joker and the Harley, like relationships,
Okay, as for me, I would rather, out of these 4, I think I'd most rather see Suicide Squad 2.
Really? From someone who hated Suicide Squad?
No, and here's the thing though. Suicide Squad it's actually a really good idea. And I think you can improve. I think, look, just because your first one was bad doesn't mean you can't improve. I mean, Star Trek Motion Picture is one of the most dull, lifeless films I've ever seen in my life. And from that, you get Star Trek 2, which was one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever made. So yeah, I think they realized the problem with Suicide Squad. I think they're gonna improve on them with the second one, and I'm actually looking forward to see what they do with it. Out of the 4 of these, I'm gonna surprise you again. The one I don't want to see.
Joker and Harley
movie. Yep.
See,
I don't. First of all, I don't want any more terrible Jared Leto.
Doesn't have to be Jared Leto. This is outside DCU. You can recast.
No, it's not. They're not. They're gonna keep it as Jared Leto. You gotta keep some kind of consistency. You can't just change the character.
No, because DC already announced that whenever they announced the DC or the Joker Harley movie, that this is going to be outside the DCU. This is not going to connect to those characters.
No, that wasn't the Joker. That was a different one. That was not the Joker and Harley one. That's the one they were talking about then. That was the Joker one that was going to be produced by Martin Scorsese. But yeah, as far as this, I don't want any more terrible Jared Leto. And also, like, you've already shown me the entire story in a flashback in Suicide Squad. Like, what? I don't know what else they could do. So yeah, Joker Harley movie, suck it. Can it? Just leave it alone. So we'll move on to the next story.
I was going to try to counteract that, but
sorry. Go Make your last point. Make your last point. I'll let you go.
I was just gonna say, like, I get where you're coming from, but I feel like throughout the whole, history of the Joker and Harley relationship, there's other stuff in between you can pull from. Like, you focus a little bit on the Arkham Asylum stuff, but then you go into something like, what's My Love or something like that. I'm trying to think of the
Mad Love.
Yeah, Mad Love. You pull a little bit from Mad Love, and you go where like Joker's using Harley as bait, and he's really fucking up with her mind, and you can go really dark places, and I think it could work. But
I would agree with you.
Where you're coming from, but
again, I would agree with you. But again, they already did that in a flashback.
It was like a tiny %, and that was just the.
But they've already gone over what they needed to do what they needed to do for that story. They got all the major points. That I don't need to say anything in between. I don't need to see the movie at all. So yeah, let's go to the next story before I pull my hair out, or what little hair I have. All right. So our next story is this comes from Forbes, which is a pretty reliable source of business stuff. According to their projections, they have Justice League failing to reach $700 million. Now, if you would have told me that Justice League, the very first theatrical live adaptation of Justice League, would make $1 billion, I would have hit you in the face. If you would have told me that it would make $700 million, I would have kicked you in the balls and laughed you out the room, and then thrown you off a cliff. But then, after seeing this, I would go find you on that cliff, pick you up, dust you off, get you an ice pack. I'd apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart.
Again, going way on topic with the dick pics.
Yeah, you apparently you saw what I did, but yeah, look, this is horrible. This is bad. And look, yeah, like the movie's making money, but it's not making as much as it should, and that's what happens when you release an uneven product. What do you make of all this, Hunter?
Man, like, I don't know where to go from this, man. Like, everyone knows I enjoy Justice League. I'm one of the few that actually gave it a positive rating. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. But as John Campea said, as Collider keeps saying, the audience is getting tired of the DCEU, and it tells in the projection. Just like with the Transformers movies, they keep making over $1 billion, and then this last one didn't even crack $1 billion. That's a cry to the fans of something needs to change. Because we're not,
exactly.
The audience isn't satisfied, and they're not coming to see Justice League. So, like, excuse me, but
we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it.
Hey, copyright, no.
Oh, God.
But like, this is where I kind of agree. I don't want to see Flashpoint, but hell, they need to do Flashpoint now.
They need to do something. They need to course correct.
They need to hit this reset button and as I keep saying, take all the positives, because there are a lot of positives in the DCU. There are some negatives, but to me, there's a lot of positives as well. You take those positives and you add on positive stuff to that. Great directors, give directors more freedom behind the scenes to make the movie that they want to make.
Yeah, and
believe in your movies, and we will come. It's just after Man of Steel, divisive. I love Man of Steel. I think it's one of the best Superman movies I've ever seen. BVS, I like the Ultimate Edition. Very divisive film. Wonder Woman was a very good movie and very, well received. But 2 out of your 3 movies have been divisive.
3, more like 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4. Suicide Squad. But
yeah. Well, okay, keep going. Keep making a point.
Suicide Squad made money. It kept going up, and then Justice League plummeted. And that's so weird to think. Like, again, if, as Chance was saying, if someone told me that Justice League would make $96 million opening weekend, I would kick him in the balls right after you did.
Kick him again.
And then help you off the cliff.
Kick him again.
It couldn't even crack $100 million. This is where DC needs to get worried. But I feel like they have to hit that reset button. They have to change some things. And that's where I think Flashpoint could come in. And from what I've been reading, they're doing Flashpoint correctly. They're bringing in Aquaman. They're bringing in Wonder Woman. They are following the comics to a certain point. Take the pros. Eliminate the cons.
Right. Yeah, I'm also looking at box office of like past comic movies. So if this report proves to be true, which Forbes is usually pretty reliable about this stuff, can make as much as Man of Steel, the first film in the franchise, BB Squad or Wonder Woman, but here's some interesting ones. It's not going to reach Guardians of the Galaxy. Strange. It might not reach Ant-Man. Oh wait, hold on. I think it'll reach Ant-Man.
Yeah,
but
it will reach Ant-Man.
Definitely not going to release. But it's not going to reach Thor. Keep in mind that is the third entry of the Thor franchise. Like it's you know DC's DC Warner Brothers are panicking when they can't get their movie to make as much as a movie starring a talking raccoon, a tree, and the third male lead of Parks and Rec.
But again, like, are we talking worldwide or are we talking
worldwide?
Okay, but see, like, Guardians of the Galaxy is a different thing because positive.
That had legs. Yeah, that had legs.
It had legs behind it. Man of Steel, kind of divisive, but fans were already going to see Man of Steel already, and they drove in to give DC opening weekend money, and that's why it's so high because it was the first Superman movie in what, 6 years at the point?
Since 2006. So at that point it was shit. I'm bad at math. 7 years. 7 years.
7 years, yeah. I mean, that's the same thing, you know. It's the first time we're seeing Batman versus Superman in the same screen. As it should have, it still made money for the studio.
Yeah, but you also got to look at the drops. Like Batman Superman opened, it opened at 166, but then it took an almost 70% drop to the next weekend. Which, to put that in perspective, Batman BBS dropped 68% its first weekend. Batman and Robin only dropped 63%.
Yeah.
To see that, and Batman versus Superman. I mean, really, what this is, it's years of putting out an inferior product, finally catching up to them.
Yeah. I think, like, the main problem with Warner Brothers and DC is lack of trust in their directors.
Yeah, and we'll get to that in a second. We will get to that in
Zack Snyder can be a great director. We've seen it. 300, I think, was fantastic.
I love
Watchmen. It was a really good comic movie.
Looked good. Maybe a missed point of the novel, but that's not Zack Snyder's fault. He directed it really well. So
yeah,
I'll give him Watchmen. Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. The Owl movie.
Great remake. Great remake.
The Owl movie.
Yeah. Yep.
Legend of Guardians.
Legend of Guardians. Yep. That was a great fun movie.
Owl movie.
The problem is when WB goes in and makes dumb-ass editing decisions, which is what the problem was for BVS. Things were chopped out that should be chopped out, and things were taken out that shouldn't be taken out. I feel like if the studios would have let Zach and Josh like release the 3-hour cut, that it would have done better. I stick with that, and the same with BVS.
Okay, well maybe that's possible, but yeah, and we'll get to Warner Brothers in a second. Bottom line, just you gotta be filmmaker centric. You gotta let your filmmakers make the film they want to make, and sometimes it'll work out, sometimes not. Look at I hate to do you like this. I hate to bring this up, DC, but look at Marvel. Like for the most part, every film like is a director's vision. Now you have slip ups like Iron Man 2 and Age of Ultron, which that had studio meddling up, but since then they have of course corrected. Like then you get things like Thor Ragnarok and Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
The Galaxy.
I don't like comparing Marvel and DC because I like both of them.
Oh yeah, but
and they're two totally different comic movies.
Right.
Like tone wise and just I don't like comparing them. But I mean I can kind of see where you're coming from, but I don't like comparing one to the other.
I'm just comparing like their business models, which we'll get to in a second, but different, and you can see the difference in their models by their end results.
Yeah. Which
well, let's move on to the next story.
I'll make something real quick though. If they let James Wan do a James Wan movie, Aquaman will be
that could be interesting.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think if Aquaman had the same reception as not Warner Brothers, had the same reception as Wonder Woman, I think you'll see an upswing.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next story. This is some stuff regarding the WB executives and just why Justice League didn't do as well as it did. So I'll walk you through it because it's a complicated story, but I've kind of simplified it. So we've known for a while that I don't understand what to say right now, but Warner Brothers executives have no idea what they're doing with DC, at least. So apparently, before Justice League even started, there was some infighting. Some people wanted to fire Snyder, some people wanted to keep him on, but they couldn't come to a decision. And by the time they ultimately did, or eventually, it was too late. It was too late to replace Snyder. They had to go on without him. Of the film, they couldn't agree on a tone. They couldn't agree on the direction. Justice League was it was aimless. They had no idea what they wanted to do with it, and yeah, it shows. Well, apparently, so during the production of this movie, they were in negotiations for a merger with AT&T, which I think is confirmed at this point. So they were in negotiations, and they had an option to push Justice League back because remember, by the time Joss Whedon came onto this thing, he had like less than 6 months to rewrite whatever he needed to do, which led all of us to be like, why don't you just push it back? Which that would have been a smarter thing to do. Well, apparently, and well, this is all rumor at this point. Nothing is confirmed yet. According to a report from The Wrap, the reason Justice League was not pushed back, was because CEO Kevin Tsujihara realized that if he did, he could not collect the box office bonus that he would have gotten had he not released it this year and moved to 2018. So essentially, he decided to not push this movie back in order to collect a paycheck. And that this is all rumors. Nothing is confirmed. But if this is true, because he's clearly demonstrated that he does not care about the fans. His first concern is the paycheck, and it will always be the paycheck. Like I like Kevin Tsujihara. I'm a big fan of his. I like him as a studio executive. But if this is true, if he purposely undermined the fans that defended his movies, that turn out to see his movies every time they come out, if he basically gave them the middle finger in favor of a paycheck, you gotta get him out. There's no excuse. Get him out of there. What do you make of all this, Hunter?
Well, like you said, it is very confusing. But after hearing, all that bullshit that went on, yeah, if this report is true, you get him out of there. Because I'm agreeing with you, man. Like, I understand. First off, this is a business, and you know you want to do business decisions, but also it's entertainment. You do this for the fans. You do this because you want to give people entertainment and joy in movies. If you're gonna undermine, like, make the fans take a back seat for a paycheck, when you knew that the movie was not going to be finished in time, had so many editing mistakes, and you didn't push it back because, like, you know, the big bonus paycheck, whatever, then yeah, he needs to leave. And I would like to see Jeff Johns take over.
I don't know. I don't know about him in that position just because that would not just be chairman of. He's already heading the DCEU. Kevin Tsujihara runs. He's the CEO of Warner Brothers, like the company in general.
Okay. I thought he was just like running the DC portion of it.
No, he runs everything at Warner Brothers.
Okay. But hell, like, why don't you do that? Why don't you put someone in charge of just the DC properties? Look at Marvel.
What was that?
I was saying, why didn't you just hire somebody like a Jeff Johns who is passionate about these characters, who has actually written, you know, comics and stories for these characters? Why don't you put him in charge of just the DC portion movies? Kind of like a Kevin Feige role in Marvel.
Well, he is, but he still reports to Tsujihara. Like that's essentially his boss.
Yeah.
So, granted, at DC, Jeff Johns is the top dog, but there are people who do outrank him.
Yeah. But see, like, this is just the point of studio meddling, where they don't need to. Like, this pisses me off because you guys know I'm a fan of the DCU. I loved Man of Steel. I like BVS. I love Wonder Woman. And they're pretty much like, if this report is true, then he just spit in the face of all his fans who have defended these movies.
Pretty much, and honestly, he's paying the price for it because he's not making any money on this movie anyways.
And imagine how much money he would have made if you pushed it back 4 more months, 3 more months, gave Whedon and the team more time to work on the visual effects, work on the CG, work on the script. Shit like this takes time.
Yeah. Look, my advice to Warner Brothers, DC, just clean house. Get if this is true, Tsujihara, get him out. Everybody who knew about this, get him out. Clean house, start from scratch, and eventually you'll start seeing good results.
Hell, look at Wonder Woman.
Yeah, look at Wonder Woman. Look what that did because you let Patty Jenkins do her thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for DC.
All right, because I was getting heated. I was getting heated.
Yeah. Let's cut some happy-ish stories. Star Wars one first. So we have one story in Star Wars today, and it's a little complicated. So a few days ago, Daisy Ridley was quoted as saying, "Okay, what people said thought she meant was that she would stop playing Rey after Episode 9. What she later clarified what she meant was she didn't know where Rey was going to be at. Like she knew she was going to be at Episode 9. I think we all know that. But after that, she had no idea where the character was going. What people interpret it as is Rey, like she wanted to pull Daniel Craig, just I'm done playing this character after this. But yeah, we later found out that wasn't the case.
I actually have the
You have the quote?
The lines pulled up. If you want me to screen share them real quick.
Yeah. You can share that real quick.
All right, so it says on Wednesday, Rolling Stone published the following quotes. No, she said flatly. For me, I didn't really know what I was signing on to. I hadn't read the script, but from what I could tell, it was really nice people involved, and I was like, awesome. Now I think I'm even luckier that I knew then to be part of something that feels so like coming home, but that doesn't sound like a yes. No, she says again, smile. No. I'm really, really excited to do a third thing and round it out because I was signed on to film them 3 films. So in my head, it's 3 films. I feel like it's the right time to round it out. That's what she originally says. Which
Yeah.
I'm not sure where to go by that because that sounded like she was really changing up stuff. And then
Yeah, exactly.
she clarified when I did sign up for 3 films, and that's where I sort of saw the story end. And she said, I think everyone is perhaps taking that as me going, I don't want anything to do with it, which is vastly untrue because this is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that's a misinterpretation, but what she said was things like she doesn't know what's in store for Rey after episode 9, and I feel like if given the option to play her later, like episode 10, 12, episode 10, 11, 12, I think she'd do it because I think she loves the role.
Yeah.
I mean,
to me though,
it's essentially the role that put her on the map.
Oh yeah. To me, reading that back through, it did sound like she was really flustered. Like she was going back on stuff. She was really, I don't know, doubting the roles that she was playing. So I'm not sure if, I mean, I would love to see her come back. I love the character of Rey, but it's like the Jennifer Lawrence situation on the X-Men franchise.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Well, that's different. That's different.
She doesn't care about the character.
Right. I mean, if Daisy Ridley ever starts like phoning it in, I don't think she ever will. But if she ever does, then yeah, I'd say let her stop. But we've only seen her in one. We've only seen her in one movie and like 2 trailers for Last Jedi, and it seems like she's just only getting better. Right.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying the fact that she's leaving. I'm just saying like because I don't want her to leave. You know, I like her.
No, character. I don't. I love her.
I like her as an actress too, but the way that she was like stumbling on her words and like, you know, I only signed up for 3 films. You know, that's a little tricky wording there.
Yeah, maybe just take a break. Maybe she'll take some time, do other projects. But I think she's in a place where Rey can come back for like later episodes. I think she'd do it. I think she's one of those people.
I don't want to see like a Jennifer Lawrence situation where she signed on,
where she stops caring,
and she just ends up not caring about the character. Because as we saw in the X-Men franchise, like she was great in First Class. Days of Future Past, she phoned it even more. X-Men Apocalypse, she didn't. She was completely out of it.
Yeah, she pretty much sleepwalked that entire movie.
Yep.
Only biggest like don't give a fuck performance I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, I don't want to see Daisy not care and not put passion into a character because I feel like she does love the character of Rey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see that go to a point where she's playing it so much that she ends up getting tired of the character.
No, exactly. Well, yeah, I hope she comes back. But if she wants to leave, let her do it. If she wants to come back, let her do it. I think it all depends on Daisy Ridley, the actress, what she's and I want to see her more in everything, not just Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to our Marvel story, which I don't know. I kind of want to tackle the big one last. You okay with that, Hunter?
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, so let's talk about this one first. So Disney is back in talks to buy the. We talked a few weeks ago about Disney was in talks to buy Fox. Well, now those talks apparently have started back up again. So, well, Hunter, you said you had some new things to add to this. Well, I'll let you go first. What do you want to say?
I'm not sure if I've added this on the first time we talked about it, but I'm at a point now where, one, I don't want to see everything under one roof. I don't want to see the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and all the MCU movies and all this under the Disney banner. It would be cool to see, you know, them just getting the Fantastic Four and maybe do something with that or use the villains. The X-Men franchise is doing good at Fox. I mean, yeah, X-Men Apocalypse for some people wasn't that good. I liked it. And it's not like it got crapped on. I mean, it has, what, 65% of Rotten Tomatoes, something like that?
46.
46?
46.
Are you sure? Double check that for me real quick, because...
Fine, keep talking. I'm telling you, it's 46.
But, I mean, like... You mean... X-Men is doing good at Fox. So I don't really see why you would want to take the X-Men and then have, you know, Marvel buy them and then not use the X-Men for 7 years.
Ah, okay. Well, I was wrong. 48.
Shut up.
I'm showing you right now.
No.
Right
I'm
there.
talking about like your sarcasm, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
That 2%.
2%. Well, I was off.
Asshole.
Shit. Well, X-Men Apocalypse is awesome now. 2% make a difference.
It does. It does. So it's 2 inches, but we won't tell anybody about that.
Hey. Wow. Okay. You went there.
This is X-rated, my friend. But
Oh well. Okay. I guess we're going to this territory. Keep going.
But I mean, like, I don't want to see Fox sell all their property over to Marvel, because then we're not going to get Deadpool. We're not going to get Deadpool 2. We're not going to get, you know, the Phoenix movie. We're not going to get any of that. Like, I don't think they would have done Logan. I don't think Disney would have done Deadpool.
Maybe not. Maybe
No,
not.
Disney would not do the Deadpool movie that we saw in theaters.
Although I will contend though, Disney has made rated R movies before. They have. They've just done it under a different name.
Yeah, but I mean, they're putting it under the Marvel banner.
Yeah. You want to finish your point, and then I'll chime in.
But and another thing, again, keep it separated, because if you do that, we get more movies. I mean, hell, next year we're getting 2 X-Men movies. We're getting a Marvel movie, and we're getting a DC movie. That's 4 comic movies, and maybe more to come, because we're getting, you know, the Fox movies. We get more comic movies and more reasons to go out to the theaters because they're separated. Not everything has to be under one umbrella, one roof. Keep something separate. Take the Fantastic Four. Use the villains for like an Avengers movie or whatever. Then you can go and reboot the Fantastic Four later on. Keep the X-Men and those X-Men properties at Fox, because then we get more of them, and they're doing just fine.
Right. To counter your point just now, we're actually getting several movies. We're actually getting 3 movies in the X-Men universe. MCU movies next year.
And 2 MCU movies.
3.
So that's 6, and then we're getting Aquaman next year, right?
Yeah, we're getting 1 DC movie and 6 Marvel movies from 2 different franchises. But yeah, as far as this one, I agree with you. I think they should get Fantastic Four back. X-Men. I think X-Men is doing a lot of interesting stuff. I think out of all the comic book movies going on today, I think all the comic franchises, I think the one doing the most interesting stuff is the X-Men, because like they have that creative freedom. I'm not saying Disney would give that to them, because what I think of how this would work is this: they would be under a Disney banner, but they would still operate under the Fox, under the 21st Century Fox name. Like kind of like they were like the Touchstone or like Buena Vista in the 90s. But yeah, as far as this, I I'd be shocked if it did happen. I don't think it will, but to counteract your point, yeah, I think these franchises are better off kept separate because like that's a ton of characters to add to your franchise.
Oh yes.
And considering what we're about to talk about, that's already a ton of characters to balance out right now. You add in the X-Men and you add in the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, I think they can deal with. You add in the X-Men to this, that'd be crazy. The budget on that movie.
And the fact that you wouldn't get like an X-Men movie or a Fantastic Four movie until way later because they already have their slate of movies planned out.
I say let's wait. I say let's wait until X-Men Dark Phoenix and all that crap drops. Then maybe we'll have they sing a different tune. But for right now, yeah, keep them separate.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So our last story of the day, we ought to say the best for last. Some big stuff. Something dropped. Hunter, you wanna explain what it is?
Oh yes. The Infinity War trailer dropped. What was it? 2 days ago?
A few days. Maybe Tuesday.
All right. So I pulled up the. Let me go to my.
Well, hold on. First of all, yeah, cut to us first before we cut to the pictures.
Huh?
Okay, we got the pictures queued up, right?
Yep, we got them queued up right here.
All right, well, cut to me first. I want to get my thoughts on the trailer really quick.
Okay. Go ahead.
Shit! Hashtag that. Hashtag shit!
We're like 10,000 T's at the end.
Let me get my dick out of the way. I have fun with Justice League. I thought some things was good shit. Fuck Justice League. Man, I hate to do you like this, DC, but y'all need to take notes. Y'all need to take notes because everything you tried to do and failed, they did in 2.5 minutes. I hate to do you like that, DC, but you gotta learn the hard way. Get your shit together.
You're always looking for moments to just take jabs.
I mean, I had to in this case. But yeah, let's okay, now we can cut to the trailers. Now we can get to the pictures.
You know what? I hated it. No.
Lies. No, you didn't.
No, dude, I love this trailer. Oh my god, dude. Like my software that I'm using broke on me, so I didn't do a full reaction. Holy shit, this was awesome. I'm gonna cut right to the photos and we'll talk about some of the photos that we see.
Yeah, so
look at that suit!
Yeah, the suit he rejected in the first Spider-Man Homecoming, he's not using, which means hey, some serious shit's about to go down.
Oh yes.
And it looks like what I thought an Iron Spider suit would look like. All right, so we got. Let's keep going.
We got the shot of this
we got
world. Oops.
Yeah, we got the shot of this world. Iron Man holding somebody's hand. I can't tell whose hand that is. Maybe Spider-Man. I know in the talk of the D23 trailers, there's a shot where like he's like Tony's standing with Spider-Man. He's like crying. He's like, "I'm sorry, I tried." Which I'm glad they didn't put that in the trailer because like that's a moment in the movie. If it happens, that's a moment in the movie I really want to see. I really want to feel.
Oh yeah, me too.
All right, keep going.
Bruce Banner has returned, even though he died in Thor Ragnarok when he hit the Rainbow Bridge.
I told you he didn't die. You didn't listen to me.
Dude, how is a human being surviving that fall?
He's the Hulk. That's all you need to know.
And that impact.
He's the Hulk. I mean, he tried to shoot himself in the head. It didn't work. Yeah, then he got
and apparently, and that's the only thing I don't like is that they really contradicts themselves. Because Bruce Banner said, "Next time I turn into Hulk, that's the death of Bruce Banner."
He said he may not come back.
He
may not come back. So I guess he could.
Cop out. I do like this scene. Wong doing the magical light with.
Yeah, well, hey, Wong's got the glowy hands too.
Yep.
I hope he gets to do more in this movie.
Yeah, I do too, because I really dug that character in the actual movie.
Yeah,
and
I
then
thought it was cool.
Paul Bettany, we finally see his face.
Yeah, I mean, he's been complaining so much about the makeup. He's like, okay, fine, up for the entire movie. But you gotta have the glowing thing. You gotta have the glowy thing.
Yeah, it's just right there, right in the middle. So he's not purple, and it seems like the him and Scarlet Witch are becoming closer. Which, if you guys know from the comics, they end up getting married in the comics.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she's pretty much married to a vibrator, but she says it's okay.
Yep.
Well, it's consensual. I got Thor looking at the portals. Well, it's like the portals. You know what's reminding me? It reminded me about what the Collector showed the Guardians of the Galaxy in the first movie.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Infinity Stones.
So everyone thinks that he's on board the Alyssa Milano ship.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
You look at the color scheme, you look at the tech. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. The Iron Man gauntlet.
We got the Hulkbuster gauntlet, which look at the background, it looks like Wakanda.
Yeah, it does. So I wonder if that's where they're gonna meet up with Black Panther, or if that's just like another place.
You gotta wonder where the big battles are gonna take place in this movie.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna take place in Wakanda or if it's gonna take place on like. I'm not sure where else you take place at.
Well, there's also some shots I'm sure we'll get to it later. Well, there's also some shots in New York. Yeah.
Black Widow rocking the blonde hair.
Yeah, I remember I saw a comment like, "Who's the blonde chick?" Oh, it's Black Widow. Which I'm like, okay, that's you didn't have to make her blonde, but yeah, I guess why not?
Yep, it's ScarJo. I mean, she still looks good, but
yeah.
All
right. This is actually an interaction I'm really looking forward to because you have two guys who deal in science and two guys who deal in magic, which I think is going to make for some really interesting,
I didn't even notice that parallel until now.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see, like the magic versus science debate.
Exactly.
Spidey sense.
Spidey sense.
Yeah.
That's my feeling. That's my feeling when I watch the trailer. Just like, just hair stands up.
That big globe thing, whatever that's supposed to be. Is that like a portal?
Hey, it's I don't know what it is, but hey, it's not a sky beam, so people can't complain.
Another cool looking city shot with Strange, Tony, Bruce Banner, and Wong.
Yeah, and you see Iron Man in this scene. He's like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, he's like, "Shit, where's my suits?"
Like shit.
We knew it. Loki took the Tesseracts.
Yep. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's giving it to Thanos. I don't know if he's trying to open the door. But
from the look
of it. Yeah, you going? Now, actually, like you got to remember because like he worked with Thanos. He essentially tried to help Thanos and he failed ultimately. So you got to wonder like if Loki be scared of Thanos, he's gonna like help him out. He's gonna try to be like, okay, look, I'm sorry. You got to wonder how that's gonna play with Loki.
Like from the looks of it, it does look like he's giving the Tesseracts to somebody, which gets me thinking: is it gonna be Thanos or is it gonna be like him giving it to the Avengers to help take out Thanos? I mean, because we kind of saw him turn semi-good in Thor Ragnarok. It would be kind of a dig twist turn to like immediately turn back into the bad guy.
Right, or unless like Thanos, like remember at the end, like you saw what I'm pretty sure was Thanos' ship, and he's like I'm pretty maybe like he's like okay, I will kill you all unless you give me the Tesseract. Because I'll explain why later. I'll explain why later in the trailer.
The ship at the end was the Guardian ship.
That was not the Milano. That wasn't even Yondu ship. I don't know who ship. I don't think that was any guy's ship. Ah, here we go.
And then of course, the
You had
Mad
the
Titan
man
himself, looking a
You had
lot
the man
less
himself.
not purple.
No, he looks purpler. No, oh yeah, like, well, he looked purpler than he did in like Guardians.
Yeah,
But yeah,
in
like, a lot
Guardians,
of
he
people,
feels
a
like
lot of
a
people are
dark
saying like they're
shade.
mad he didn't. A lot of people are saying like they're mad he didn't. He didn't have the helmet. I say yeah, like let him take it off because right now he looks like a brother who just got out of jail.
He looks like he's about to murder some bitches.
He looks like he's just like, okay, I'm taking out all y'all.
All y'all motherfuckers gonna die tonight.
Yep.
Breaks out the new costume. You can kind of see him fly with it.
No, exactly. More shots of the costume.
Yep, the eyes glow too, which I thought that was a pretty
Nice.
cool detail.
Next. Can't tell what this is, but I know Thor's there. I think I'll go back real quick. I think like Thor saw Civil War and like he saw that hanging shot of Captain America. He's just like, okay, let me show you how it's done. No sleeves.
And if you notice the eye patch, which I love that eye patch.
Exactly.
Ooh, Proxy of Midnight.
Exactly.
Which I did
this
not.
is a member of Thanos' Black Order who was confirmed
Yep.
for this.
Which I didn't know anything about that. I saw like a shot of a new character, but now looking at her, that actually does look really really good, like really cool looking.
I wonder who the actress is. I'm really curious to find out who it is.
We'll find that out in just a second.
Yeah. Oh, someone catching a spear. Who is it? Next shot. Get this man a shield.
Shield.
Get this man a shield.
Cap rocking the beard.
Then he comes out the darkness. They practice that shit all year.
Yep. He's like, you know what, bitches? I'm back, and I have a beard. You're all dead.
Yeah, I like gruff Captain America. I think he looks cool.
It's awesome.
Next, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's in the same scene.
Really?
I mean, from the the backdrops and the scenery, it looks like it could be the same scene.
Oh yeah, it does.
Hulkbuster's coming back, which I'm excited about.
Now I wonder if Tony's piloting that one.
Probably. For this thing, I think it's going to be the Hulkbuster.
Like remote or whatever.
So,
Black Widow in
Black
action.
Widow stabbing something. Doctor Strange doing the circle hands. The trailer's very Doctor Strange heavy.
Some
Shit
alien
crashing
tech.
in Wakanda.
It looks like it's on Wakanda.
Yeah, it says in the description. It is Wakanda.
That's just possibly.
Oh, possibly. Okay, I'm pretty sure it is. Captain America in the middle of a fight.
Yep. Oh!
Black Wakanda.
Wakanda!
He pretty much like bitch slapped that creature. Just like
he's like, you know what? Cat bitch slap, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Thanos pretty much chokeholding Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I love you, buddy. You're fixing to die. Scene.
Yeah. I think it's like the hardest scene to watch in this trailer. Like, it looks like it hurts.
But see, it's not Thanos.
It's clearly not Thanos.
Who that could be?
Probably a member of his Black Order. Maybe Proxima Midnight.
From the look of it, it looks like a creature. If you look at the feet, like, and like, it looks kind of like a creature almost.
All right, keep going.
Poor vision.
Yeah.
I agree. And then of course,
Yeah. Okay. This is why I think it's gonna begin with like Thanos raiding the Thor ship at the end.
Yeah.
Because like this, you have you have him with the what looks like the space stone because it's blue. And also, nothing is more intimidating than a guy saying he's smiling and he's clearly not smiling.
Yeah. And then
okay, wait, go back real quick. You can't see his face, but you can tell Tony starts looking like, oh fuck.
He's like, motherfucker.
He's like, oh shit.
What do we do this time? And then this is probably the best looking scene in the whole trailer. Him just walking and holding 2 stones.
I get it.
So I'm thinking, is that the
That's the
soul
space,
and the
no, that's the power stone, which we saw from Guardians of the Galaxy.
so but purple one power?
Yeah, and that's the space stone.
Space stone. Okay. Thanos versus Iron Man.
Oh wait, do they have the next? Go to the next still. No, the next one. Go to the next one. Ah, damn it! I wanted to have the one of Iron Man getting punched. That was my favorite part of that was my favorite like scene in the trailer because it's just Iron Man going limp.
Yep.
It's like
and
he
apparently, Bucky has awakened.
Yeah, they unfroze Bucky. They gave him a new metallic arm.
You see right there.
Yep.
T'Challa.
Black Panther. T'Challa. Damn it.
T'Challa.
Yeah. This is a cool shot because you see all these like black soldiers. Then you see those 2 little white dots in the background.
Yep.
Bucky's looking over at Steve, was just like, I'm not very comfortable right now. It's like, shut up.
Shut up, man. Oh, dude, this scene. Looking like like a war's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
The Falcon's back.
Yeah, Falcon. Yeah, another CGI face with Horde, which in this I'm going to accept it just because there's no other way to get all these heroes together in one action scene, unless you give them a big CGI Horde to fight.
Yeah.
But then you counteract that. Yeah, Thanos might be a bad motherfucker, but he ain't got nothing on 1,000 angry Negros.
Nope.
Even Thanos looking at this shit like, oh fuck, because he knows they're gonna kill him and they're gonna loot his spaceship. They're gonna take the rims, they're gonna take the stereo.
We went there, ladies and gentlemen. We just went there.
Hey, I'm allowed to go there. I'm black. I'm allowed to go there.
Oh god, that scene, dude.
Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen 3 black superheroes on screen at the same time. And you got Black Panther, you got Falcon, you got War Machine. I'm like, okay, one of these got to get taken. One of these gonna get taken out. I don't know which one. Please no.
Like the first 5 minutes, Black Panther dies.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
And then,
oh god, no. The title. Who the hell are you?
Look at that title. So beautiful. And then, of course, Thor with his eye patch. And the Guardians!
Star-Lord, man.
Star-Lord, man.
He was Star-Lord just like, you know who I am.
Dude, quit playing. You know me. You know me.
You know. Oh
you
my
know
god,
who we are.
That trailer. Oh, this trailer good is like, yeah, this feels like the culmination of all these years of hard work, and I feel like it's gonna pay off big time. I cannot wait for this movie.
Dude, I am super excited for this movie. From at first, as you guys know, I wasn't too keen on them just making it one movie and making it about Thanos getting those stones. But after seeing a little bit of this trailer, I feel like this could work. Because now it's them trying to stop Thanos from getting the stone, which big war, which I can't wait.
Yeah, totally. I can't wait to see it. 2018 cannot come soon enough.
Man, 2018 is stacking up to be a great year also.
Oh, totally.
Hell, I thought 2017 was a great year for comic book movies.
2018 looks like it's going to hit hard.
Yep. All right, so we have
All right.
any more stories, or is that the last one?
Now let's close out the show.
All right. Chance, why don't you plug your stuff real quick?
Yeah, Full Metal Trivia, and also Chance the Critic on YouTube. My review for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri will be out later tonight.
All right, sweet. And of course, if you enjoyed this nerd news segment, hit that like button, subscribe to Film Nerd TV, check out Patreon, patreon.com/FilmNerdTV, become a squad member, a member of the Nerd Squad. There we go. I got it this week. I'm Hunter. I'm a film nerd. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.